Yo, what's up? I'm gonna be doing some shit today for my video that is... I honestly have no idea if I'm gonna be able to do this. I did it once within the past few hours. So far my ratio is not good at doing this glitch, but I'm gonna be trying to do MW2 elevator glitches today. So I'm gonna just get right into it because I'm gonna need to fucking speed run doing this. Because my camera can only run for like an hour 30. My computer's low on space. Dude, this is gonna take forever. I'm gonna go for at least one elevator this video. If I could hit one and no more, I'll take it. If that's the best I could do, that's the best I could do. Today, I'm gonna be doing some of the old elevator glitches for MW2. I went as far as downgrading my game down to Title Update 3 so that I can actually do these. I don't know, I think they might have gotten fixed later on down the line. Like, you can see up wherever the fuck it says 1.3.606. I think it got patched at some point later on, like maybe Title Update 5. That's what XE Devin says, but I'm not sure. Really don't know, but I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna just downgrade my game. Hope it works. So first things first is I'm gonna hit the derail elevator. I'm gonna have to make sure I set my time limit all the way the fuck up, because I don't know how long this is gonna be. The derail elevator is like a real iconic glitch. Everyone that played back whenever they were like 9 or 10 know this shit. So let's load up to it. Gotta make sure I set my sticks layout back. There's a reason that you actually do the stick layout thing. A lot of people think that the stick layout is... Fuck, hold on. I have to make this jump first. It's already not a good start. I keep sliding off this fucking tank. Dude, this is unreal. This is unreal. This is actually... I'm dreaming right now. There's no way I can't make this jump. Okay, I am dead. Like, there's no way like... Okay, I hit it. Okay. Elevator glitches are a glitch with the collision in the game. Like, right here is something that you can prone under. It's a little ledge that you can prone under and get stuck. Like, I'm trying to get up and I can't. The game used to have a collision error where what it would try to do was it would try to raise you out of where you're clipped into, and you would just fly into the sky. I think that's the basis for it, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna start setting up the glitch. So what you do is you're gonna stand and stare straight at this and lay down. Actually, no. What you could do is while you're standing here, look very slightly to the right, just a little bit, couple degrees, prone, and now we get a Legacy Southpaw. Legacy Southpaw isn't required to do this glitch. However, if you look at the left stick, you can see going left and right is going to strafe left to right, and up and down looks up and down. So doing this is kind of like a safeguard so that you specifically only move left and right, because if you move forward and backwards, it will screw up the glitch, because like you might move backwards and think that you are too far, but in reality you just pulled yourself out of it. So we do Legacy Southpaw, so you just straight move horizontally. That's the only axis you can do. As you can see, I can get up and I can lay down. So what I do is I just tap a little bit on the strafe so that now I can't get up, and all I gotta do now is find the middle point as to when I can get up. So I could get up here, so now I'm gonna go back to the right until I can't. You gotta finesse your way backwards. Not backwards like back, but like back to where you could stand. Basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to hit the one point in between where you can and can't stand that will clip you into the edge, which will trigger the glitch to happen. So this is literally going to take me a long time to do. I'm going to have a good time editing this video. I'm going to be able to cut so much bullshit out. I can tell that where I'm aiming directly in the center is about where I want to be. You can't just like eyeball like, oh, I'm going to hit it right here, because you can't get that precise. Yeah, this is literally the glitch. I'm just going to keep fucking this wall until I end up going into the sky, so... Alright, there I go. I hit the elevator. That actually happened pretty quick. I'm not touching shit right now. You gotta not touch anything, because if you move, you will fall out of the elevator. So what people usually do is you go to options and set your stick layout back, and now I can just put my tactical insertion up on this roof and start exploring. As you can see, I'm able to just jump out of the map. I do have Commando Pro on. I'm out of derailed. It's literally like, I want to say it's that simple, because the theory behind this glitch is pretty simple. You just gotta finesse your way in between where you can stand and can't, because that will trigger you to go into the sky. But it's really not that simple. It takes a lot of finesse to actually get this working properly. Yeah, I'm literally out of derailed right now. You could go for shots. You could camp out here. Well, You could have prior, but I don't think you could do any of that now because I think this is actually fixed. Matter of fact is this gives you a lot of stuff to explore. I think you could climb that mountain over there. It's going to take me literally forever to get over there. There's a couple of these glitches all over some of the other maps. I want to try the favela one. I've yet to hit the favela one. This is the only one I know I can do. So it's going to be interesting because the favela one's extremely OG. We've all seen the video of somebody doing it. So yeah. This is the derail elevator. Real simple shit. You can tell out the map. Yeah, here we are. Pretty much the top of derailed. You can see it's pretty much all I think I could do with this elevator. So let's go try favela. I really have no idea if the favela elevator is going to hit, but I'm going to try it anyway and hope that I can hit this. This is the test. Can I hit the favela elevator? Probably not. So you just come over to this part of the map. You jump over to this building, and here we are. We're lined up with this. And same thing that I did before. You just kind of change your angle very slightly. And then I'm going to go back to Legacy Southpaw just for that little trick that I told you. I'm just going to finesse my way in until I can't stand anymore. And now just fuck around on my controller for like 20 minutes until I get up into the sky. These glitches do exist on H2M and IW4X, but they're in a different state where you can do them by jumping in a door frame and double crouching to be able to do the clipping glitch. On console, you couldn't do that, but IW4X and H2M has an unpatcher for that. I know some tools like Superiority have an unpatcher for it on console, but that's not like the OG elevator glitch. This is something different. This one's definitely going to be a bit of a drag for me, I think. Oh! As soon as I said that, I started elevating. So let's turn the fucking Legacy Southpaw off. And now that I'm in the sky, I'm gonna just put my little thingamajig down. Forgot what it's called, tactical insertion. And yeah, I can start exploring. Where do I want to go? I think I want to go to the water, so I'm just gonna jump out and make my way over. This map has a lot of interesting stuff outside it. Favela, like, actually, is this physical? I have no idea. Is it? Yeah, okay, holy shit, it is. Like, there's like a almost like a downtown looking area over here. Oh, there's a kill barrier. Alright, well, I didn't know I can't go all the way to the water, but as you can see, there's like a downtown looking area right next to the favela. And then there's also like a giant fucking lake with boats on it. I thought you could get out to that, but I killed myself. Yeah, I'm outside of favela. If I jump up over here, I could see into the graveyard / barbershop spawn. Real interesting. I really have not explored outside these maps much, so I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to end up doing a lot of this. So it's kind of interesting to me because this is brand new. You know, this hill is literally just fucking nothing. You can see the Jesus statue. That thing's actually real. I have no clue how to get to it though. Maybe I'll have to kill myself and see if I could get over there. Is there any way I could get to Jesus? I have no idea. Can I make a jump over? No, it puts me back in the map. Okay. I wasn't sure if there was like a barrier right there where I could jump onto the rest of it. Well, let's see. Can I go out to Jesus? I'm not sure. I can't even remember what that statue is called. That's a real-ass thing in Brazil. I just don't know what it's called. Here's the part where you can, like, camp outside the map on people. Like, you could sit behind these cars. This looks into one of the parts of the map. I don't think that's necessarily somewhere you want to camp because you're so close to the map that people are going to see you. Yeah, that's the favela elevator. The favela elevator is real OG. Everybody knows this shit. We've all seen videos of people doing this as a kid, and we were like, how the fuck did he do that? Hell. If you were playing very early on, you might have even seen people legitimately use this in your lobbies. It takes forever to do, so I really have no idea why anybody would be pulling this out in a public match, but fact of the matter is, you probably could. Given you were playing 16 years ago, you probably could have pulled this off. I don't think this works now. I don't know how long I've been doing this glitch, but this shit is frustrating the hell out of me. Now that I'm talking, I'm going to end up getting it, but these are the elevator glitches of MW2. I know it's kind of a lame video, because I only hit 2 and I didn't really have much to say, but this wasn't something I ever knew how to do as a kid. It was just too frustrating for me. It's real different, because everybody knew about this shit, and I feel like most of us tried to do it. However, like, some of us just couldn't get the theory down, or like we were trying it too late, it was already patched out. Not too sure. But this is something everyone that played the original MW2 actually remembers, these glitches. They're just so... Glitching was such a big thing on Call of Duty for some reason back in the day. I think it's just because the devs didn't think there were gonna be a lot of things to exploit. And some of the things that people were exploiting were just completely random, like, flukes of the engine. Like something like this. They would have never guessed that fucking a wall like this and standing up and fucking crouching over and over again was going to make you fly into the sky. Who would have thought? These are the MW2 elevator glitches. Thank you for watching. I am failing to get this one over and over as the outro, but whatever, dude. I've, like, wasted all my luck in the first 20 minutes of this video getting the first, like, 2 elevators quick. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. I should probably get off this before I start, like, sweating and, like, feeling all hot because I'm getting mad. So, yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you for watching. You're excited.